Guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you're not familiar, you are on the YouTube app right now and you are about to watch me deadlift because it's deadlift day. We're also going to be training back. As you guys know already, and if you don't know already, I have two back sessions in the week. Midweek back and my Saturday deadlift session. That's the kind of way I like to call it anyway. I'm not one that's got a rotation. So I have a set split every single week and that is what I train every single week. I think if I had, in fact I know if I had different days like on the weekly basis, my brain just doesn't work with that. I need set structure, I need set routines. So for me it's a lot more optimal if I have my set days and then I know what I'm training. And to be honest, you could kind of argue, obviously we do a lot of traveling and I have to train out of different places, different times, sometimes different days. So in that way, having a rotation I think would also just add stress to it, and I'm not about that. So if I have to jiggle my days, if I have to jiggle?
Yeah, jiggle's a good word.
Jiggle or juggle?
Jiggle.
Well, if I have to do that with my training, I can do that. For me, I really like training in one place for a long period of time because I can then really run pieces up and get really fucking strong, which at the end of the day, that is what the process should be about. But it's one of them where, we do that much traveling and I do train out of different facilities quite often, which is not a bad thing. But for me, I definitely am just that person that prefers to be in one place. So hopefully now we are going to be in one place for a little chunk and I'm going to be able to run some pieces up and get significantly fucking stronger. But today, outside of that, is deadlift day. Back to what I was saying, because I feel as if I've definitely just rambled on a whole load of shite, but I am going to include it in this video because we've got to keep it real. Two back days, one midweek back, one Saturday back day that is prioritised around deadlifts and training back, yes, but not necessarily, trying to really focus on every single angle of my back and, training my lats differently and doing all that. I'll leave that to my midweek back session. So in my midweek back session, I'll begin with all the back training and then finish on something pretty fun, like a barbell row or a pendlay row or something like that. Last back session, I actually done a superset of a pendlay row and an RDL. I probably wouldn't recommend it. It's absolutely savage. It just seemed like a good idea at the time. Then I move on to Saturday, so it gives me 2 days in the middle of that. Thursday, Friday, Saturday my deadlift day. I like to be able to go in, get super warm, prioritise deadlifts, then train back. So that is what we're going to be on today. That is literally what my Saturdays have at least been for 10 plus years now. I deadlift every single week, once a week, and I like to be able to keep it on a Saturday. It gives me something to look forward to. It's my weekend setup and it is hopefully going to be a good one today. This is my second session back on a Texas deadlift bar, second session back in Ultraflex Durham, and hopefully after pulling 340 for 4 last week, which was a surprisingly good first session back, hopefully today's going to be another good one. Then, like I say, we'll take you through the back. That is going to be today's video. Hopefully you can enjoy it. I need to get my head on now, so I'm not going to come back on the camera until at least after deadlifts because I want to be able to get switched the fuck on. But if you can drop the video a like, guys, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We are, of course, still growing. To be honest with you, I mean, we're at what we're at and hopefully we'll keep moving forward. So if you can, hit that subscribe button and we'll catch up with you after deadlifts.
go then.
I actually don't know what to say. I failed that once, and to be quite honest, it was a fucking miserable fail. It was terrible. Psyched myself out, literally just shot the bed, and it was horrendous. And to be honest, it put me off going for it for quite a while, which is why I would like to say that's probably going on maybe 4 or 5 months ago now, maybe even a bit longer, to be fair. It was when I was in like a really good groove with deadlifts in here. And this is one of them that sometimes it just doesn't go your way, but it doesn't go your way not from a perspective of the fact that you can't do it, but because like what just happened. We've just obviously came off of the back of some more travelling in which I took my double prong strength shot clips out of my bag because of space, and it was the only bag I was travelling with. So I thought, I'm going to take them out. Every gym's got clips, so I'm not going to need them anyway. We were only travelling for a few days, so I just literally took what I needed and that was it. So whenever I travel and I take stuff out of my gym bag, I put it into a box. And whenever I come back, usually what I do is I take everything back out of the box, put it into the bag. Now, there's a lot of stuff in this box, old stuff, stuff that I don't use. I put everything back in my bag, apart from the clips. So I realised that whenever I got to 325, I think, maybe 345, one of them, you'll see. Whenever I put clips on for the first time. So when I realised, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. So I found any clips the gym's got. As you can see, obviously the gym has just got standard plastic clips that, to be honest, they've been the clips since this gym opened. Some of them are tight, some of them aren't. If you guys are ever lifting weight, there's potential of clips coming off, do not fucking use plastic gym clips that only have like one prong on them, because they're fucking horrendous, and if they've been going about for years, that's no doubtably going to happen. I didn't expect that to happen there because it wasn't a high rep set. Usually it happens after, you know, maybe 3rd or 4th rep. It never happens on the 1st rep. Now, yeah, of course they were hanging off a little bit, but they were pretty solid. So I didn't expect that. 365 felt better than 345. That was moving for at least a double. Now, you guys know after that 1st rep, the 2nd rep moves way fucking better. So there potentially could have been a triple there, right? First one is always fucking hard, but that 365, which, if I'm right, that is about 804 pounds, 805 pounds at a push, because they were 2.5s, it was 365. I know 800 pounds is around 363 obviously I don't have fucking 1 kilogram plates or 0.5 of a kilogram plates. So we weren't ever going to go 363. We were always going to go 365. It was fucking moving. I don't give a fuck. I'm taking it. I'm taking it 1000% because it was just shy of the lockout. But I am going to be honest with you guys. I am fucked off. Like that's nothing ever really gets to me in that sort of, you know, in that sort of way because I don't really give a fuck about much. But unless you know, nobody will understand the challenge that comes mentally towards something like that. The most I've ever done 350 for a double. I've never done anything more than that. So, you know, I was in all-time PB territory and more. Like I wasn't just in all-time PB territory by a kilogram or two. And everything had to be perfect leading up to that. Everything had to be perfect through warm-ups. You know, where my mind was, the sort of person that I turned into, everything had to be perfect leading up to that. And for that to happen, you know, it would have been totally different if I just got it halfway in and couldn't do any more, but that's never happened before on the first rep, and I think it's just one of them, it's ultimately just one of them things, but for it to happen on, you know, that time that I am gonna fucking do something that has literally been in my mind for probably 10 plus years, and for that to happen now, I know it's a test and I know it's just something that has been sent my way to see how I handle it. I've got my 5 minutes of frustration out of the way and I've just got to move on. I know I will do it again. I know I will do it for reps. I know it'll move better. I know I'll remember my clips. I know everything will be different. I'm going to do a down set, so I am going to do another set just because I want to be able to leave deadlifts on a good note before training back. But yeah, that was hard to take. But we move. We do move. We have to move. There's no other opportunity to move. I'm not going to let it set the tone for the session or the week or the next deadlift session. We've got to move. And that's what we're just going to fucking do. Hey, okay.
Yep. Never done that before.
Fair play. Fair play. Big swagger.
I've never done that before.
Somebody's took their pre today.
See my breakfast.
What a machine. 300 kilograms.
I've actually never done that before.